Hi everybody, it's Grumpy Giraffe. What you're seeing on the screen is a pre-recorded video of me playing the demo of Is This Seat Taken? So basically it's a game where there are slots and then you put people in the slot, but there's like some criteria. So it's like, I think it's like a puzzle game, there are levels, and this is the demo version because I think the full game is not out yet. So the game has like a simple storyline to it. It's super cute art style. I finished the demo in about half an hour. I recommend you to check it out if you like this kind of puzzle games. I'm not going to talk you through the game. I'm just using this game as a background for you to look at if you want to while I talk about my life. Yeah. I know it's been long since I made a video, not that there's an audience or anything. And I also found out recently that I need 50 subscribers to make a live stream. So that has been dream shattering that I cannot live stream on YouTube. Why? Oh, I think otherwise I need to verify myself. I tried to verify but I couldn't. For some reason there was a hard stop. Oh, hard stop is such a jargon. There was a hard stop and then I couldn't continue. It was a very off-putting stop that I did not want to continue from there. I guess for now there'll be no live streams, and I think I also probably don't have the energy to live stream. So I now have a little blue post-it note. Can you hear it? In front of me, where I've been writing down like tiny notes to just remind myself what I could possibly share. So let's start with the good news. Good news is that recently I got my driver's license. I did my driving test. I passed it on the first try. I was so happy. I'm happier than I expected to be. Not because I passed on the first try, but because I have a driver's license and I did not expect it to make me so happy for some reason. Before I even began this driving lessons, whatever blah blah journey, right, I initially did not care for a license, but then a lot of peer pressure from my family. I'm the only person in my family and my extended family without a driver's license. Yeah, I was like, I don't need to learn how to drive. Why can't I just take a cab everywhere, and why can't I just get driven around like a passenger princess, you know? And like, cars are so expensive. When am I ever going to be able to afford and own a car? But anyway, peer pressure. So I had no choice. Okay, guys, I was forced to do this, but I'm so happy I did. So my driving license journey started last year in March. I took the theory test and whatever, and then I found a private lesson driving instructor. My first driving lessons was last year's July 2024 July, and then after like 3 months I'm like, I don't think this is going, it's too expensive. It felt like he was trying to scam me of my money, you know. Every lesson, I don't know what I'm doing. He's not really teaching much. I think he's trying to like drag out the thing. And then, you know, I pay him for 1.5 hours, right? But then the lessons will always start later and then it will like end earlier. So I feel a bit cheated. So I decided to go to a school, and I'm so happy I did. Okay, after the first lesson, I was like, wow, this is such a world of difference just between what I feel like my comfort level with communicating to the school's instructor versus the private instructor on what I don't understand, and also the structure of being in a curriculum versus like I don't even know what I'm doing every time I'm with a private instructor. So that's that, and it's also a lot cheaper in the long run. Granted, yes, you need to probably go for more lessons because there's a curriculum to follow, but for myself, because I don't have what do you say, like, I'm not gifted to drive, okay, so it made more sense for me to actually, I should have started with the school, but I didn't know better, okay. Yeah, so I did my driving, so so I went to school. My first lesson in school was in October, and then I got my driving test done March. So that's good news. Bad news is that I got glasses. So for the past 20 some years of my life, I've never worn glasses slash needed glasses, and I don't actually need glasses for my daily function, but I'm aware that one of my eyesight is worse than the other eye. There is an enough difference for me to notice it, but it's not like a concern. Yeah, but I wouldn't say that I have perfect eyesight and whatnot. I look at screens a lot for my job, like my day job, and then actually even after I finish working, right, then I go home, I use my phone, I use my computer, I watch the TV. I just use my eyes a lot lah, using it like 20 hours a day. I feel like I should do something about it to prevent it from getting worse. Not that I know how it works, right? Like, how does your eyesight get worse? I don't know how. I went to a few places to get my eyes checked. You know, like spectacle shop, they get a free eye check. So I went to a few places just to make sure that like I get a consistent reading and like they know what they're doing in case, you know. Such a kiasu thing to do. Okay, but you have to understand I'm very new to this spectacle, whatever, right? It's my first time doing it and I just want to be sure. So I did that, and then I would say I know myself best, right? So I went to 3 different places, I think. All of them gave me a different like eyesight reading regarding my short-sightedness as well as my astig, and I just went with the one that I thought made the most sense based on my gut feel of what my eyesight is. I don't know if that makes sense to you, okay? But like, because I know my right eye is better than my left eye, for sure. There was this place where I went and it told me that both my eyes had the same degree of short-sightedness. And I was like, oh, yeah, sure, of course. So I don't think I can trust that particular reading. You know, sometimes it's good to shop around. Yeah, so anyway, after all that shenanigans, I ordered a pair of glasses. I wear it when I am on my screen, if I remember lah. Because I'm not used to wearing glasses, right? So sometimes I forget that I need it. So ever since getting my glasses, the first few days, I would say it's quite hard to get used to. Not the wearing it itself, like the physical comfort, but more about the degree lens. Like when I see things, I feel a bit weird because it seems like it's slightly distorted. I don't really understand how that works, but I do see the improvement in terms of how sharp things are, like, and a bit of the color. With the glasses, I feel like the black color is a bit more black, but maybe that's because it's a bit more sharp. But now I'm okay. I think it's been about a month ish, yeah, and I think I'm used to it, kind of, except it leaves a mark on my nose bridge. When I do use my glasses for maybe a few hours, right, and then I take it out and I look at the screen, I can feel a strain. Does that make sense? Like my eyes are tired without my glasses. So I hope that's one step forward to improve my health. Not improve, but maybe maintain my eye health. My boyfriend says my glasses make me look very serious. So I guess that's good. Please take me seriously, guys. I know it's hard to take me seriously, but I'm a very serious person, okay? I will be a very bad person to deliver bad news, because everything that comes out of my mouth sounds like fake news for some reason. Maybe it's the way I talk and my unserious nature of a personality, but I'm a very serious person, okay? You just need to take my word for it. Okay, so that's one good news and one bad news, and then here's a weird story for your enjoyment. So I changed my job. I received a text message from a ex-colleague asking if we could meet to pass me a Christmas present. And I was like, I'm no longer with this place, right? So it's not like I can just go down the level and then meet you and take the Christmas present from you. Like, that's a very nice thought. I have to actually plan physically to meet you out of my normal routine. Maybe I should give a bit more context. So I don't know this person well. We are not, I say ex-colleague, but in reality we're not really colleagues. Like we work in the same place, sure, but different departments. We're not close. we've talked like what, twice maybe. We worked together on a singular project. I wouldn't say I worked with you, but you were so happen in this project that I was also part of. Like, we sit together at a meeting table, but we don't see each other than this particular project ever. So it was a bit like out of the blue to me that this guy even thought of getting me a Christmas present. And also, I don't know, a bit of a alarms ringing situation, because he's a guy, I'm a girl, and then some random ass guy wants to pass me a Christmas present. Okay, I'm like, okay, why? I'm sure there are people who might say no, don't meet this person, but to me, I was like, she already got a present, you know, like it's for me, you know, I have to get it right. But maybe that was a trap. Now that I think about it, so no choice, had to meet him, so we had to find a time, right? And then we agreed to meet near my current workplace for lunch. So just a short, so I think he drives, so he can get to there pretty easily. And then we were deciding on where to eat, right? So there were two suggestions. Let's say place A and place B. So place A is a bit nearer, and then place B is a bit more far out from my location. And he offered to pick me up from my office, and then we can go to the further place B. So my alarms went ringing again. I'm like, I'm not gonna sit in a practically stranger's car, right? So I was like, let's just eat at place A. And then he said, oh, but you know, place A is actually very accessible to you day to day, so I would suggest we go place B. Like, okay, I'm not going to sit in your car, right? So I said, okay, no, it's okay, let's meet at place A. Haha, full stop. And then he offered to pick me up from my workplace and then drive us to place A. And I'm like, no, it's okay, I would like to walk. So I walked to meet him for lunch. I made sure the first chance I could to let him know that I was attached. But also turns out he's married. Not that it makes it better or worse. I feel like that can go both ways, right? I was just very confused by the whole agenda of this meeting. Other than the Christmas present, the main theme of the conversation is a lot of like him giving me workplace advice maybe, and then like career advice, financial advice a little bit. Oh, then end of lunch he offered to send me back, and I was like, no, it's okay, I'd like to walk my lunch off. And then I walked back. I need to think of a good excuse next time to, if a next time, oh my god, please not have a next time, please let me know what a good excuse is. Or like, not excuse lah, but how do you say no when the person already said that they got you a Christmas present, you know? I can't even say mail it to my house, then he will know where I stay, right? There's no easy way out about it other than, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not comfortable with meeting you. Like, he did nothing wrong till that point, right? Like, if you did me any wrong, then yeah, I would put my foot down and be like, I'm not meeting you. Bleh. So I told my boyfriend about this random guy asked me for lunch, the whole Christmas present story, right? And then he was like, I'm curious, what happens? Completely okay with me going, I don't know, what's up with guys? I don't get it. But yeah, nothing interesting happened. I got a present. It was a Sanrio collectible. Moving along the timeline, right? So, you know, change of job. So that means new people means new working styles and habits to understand and assimilate. Before me, so my current seat was occupied by an intern. So the intern left, and then now I'm sitting at this particular seat. So directly beside me, there's this lady, let's call her Megan. So after the intern left, there was like a 2 weeks-ish period before I took over the seat. So there's no like partition or anything between these two tables. Just imagine a really long table split into two workstations, because there was there was an empty period between the intern leaving and me taking over the seat, so that space was not utilized. And Megan, she has been there for quite some time, so she has a lot of things. She has been conveniently placing her things on the intern's table, because she needs more space, which okay, fine, right? And then when I started moving in, well, I'm new, right? So I don't have that much things yet. And then her things will be placed on my side of my table, which I don't appreciate. But I'm new, right? So I don't want to like start a war or anything. I just find that it's not polite to put your things on other people's table. So for the first week or two, sometimes I come in earlier, so I put my things right at the edge of my boundary, right? And then she would put her things over my things, like stacking over my things, which I thought was a bit rude. And then sometimes when she does come earlier, I would see that her things are already on my side of the table, which is like, what? So do I stack my things over hers or what? Like I thought putting my things right at the edge of the table would be a hint that hey, this is my space. Oh, there's a line by the way, so like it's quite clear cut where the boundary starts and ends. So, like I don't know like how do you put your things over other people's things without it being obvious to you that hey, something you shouldn't be doing that. So there were sometimes when she's not around, then I'm the only person in the office. So her monitor, like, it's not on my table, but it stretches across because it's higher up, right? So the airspace is over at my side of the table because she puts it right at the edge. So I would, when she's not around, I would like push it an inch or two towards her side. I don't know if she noticed, but I have moved it over. Not because I hate her or anything, okay? I just feel like this is very basic office courtesy. And I think the most ridiculous thing that has ever happened was that one time when I came into the office, there was something on my side of the table that wasn't mine. It was neatly placed though. And then I was like, oh, but she wasn't there yet. Megan wasn't there yet. So I asked another colleague, let's call her Veronica. So I asked Veronica. Veronica said, oh, I think it belongs to Megan. So Veronica told me that it was right smack in the middle of my table, very messy and whatnot. So she took the initiative to pack it up and put it neatly there. So I guess Veronica felt some secondhand embarrassment for her long-time colleague. Yeah, and then another bad habit that she has is that she doesn't push in the chair, which is fine. I know some people who are bothered by it when people don't push in their chairs, but it doesn't affect me. But she doesn't push in the chair. It's okay, but her chair is out and slanted, so I can't get to my chair without pushing her chair to her side and in. That's the extent of how bad her chair non-pushing in is. So this turf war situation, I mean, I don't know if it's a turf war to her, but to me, cause I'm the one being invaded, so I guess it's a war to me, but it's not a war to her. So how have I been trying to defend and fight back? Not really fight back, but because I don't want to start anything in the office, right? But I've been bringing in more things. I have put in more things because I want people to know that this is my table and it's in use. Okay, it's not temporary. I'm using it. Somebody is here and will be here. I think now there's not much of a problem. I feel like I haven't fought for my table space for some time, so maybe she got a hint. Maybe she grew and developed as a person. I don't know. I'm just happy that I own my space now and am not invaded. So yeah. So anyway, that's my 3 stories for you. My glasses, my driving, as well as my turf wars. Oh, 4. My lunch with practically a stranger. So I still have some footage left. So I guess I'll talk about the game that you're seeing now. So this game, the demo version, has 5 levels, if I remember correctly. Then for each correct person that you place, you get a star. So if you collect all the stars, then you unlock another level, which is this level that you are seeing right now. So this is one of the hardest level that is in the demo, in my opinion. Yeah, the rest actually have been quite simple, or I think there are multiple solutions to those, but this one everybody can and only can get 1 seat. So I think there is like one unique solution, which is why I took a lot longer to solve this particular level. But I think it's quite fun. It's a bit like Sudoku-esque. So the interactions that I've seen so far is like maybe the kid wants to sit with the parent, certain people wants to sit with certain people, and then certain people don't want to sit with certain people. There's also certain people wants to be seated near certain things. So I think there will be quite a bit of variation in that, and many different types of levels can be derived from that. And I hope you enjoyed my walkthrough or sort of what's this game called? Is this seat taken? Yes, really cute game. Check it out. Not sponsored. I wish I was, but I'm not getting sponsored anytime soon. So yeah, bye. Take care, everybody, and remember to drink water.